Hello and welcome to the Experiencing Love podcast. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. As you may be able to tell, depending on when you're watching this or listening to this, something a little bit different is happening. I'm trying out my hand at streaming. Some of the differences you may see at first is when I speak, I actually take many more breaks. I try not to use filler words, so instead I just talk more slowly as I think about what I want to say. The breaks usually go away when I'm just feeling what I'm saying and making it more natural. And I know that'll come with more practice, so as I learn and as I get there, I'll get better. Also, if you're watching this raw, unedited version, or in this case, if you're watching it live on stream, well then I'm going to make mistakes. I make mistakes when I speak, and I usually cut them out when I upload the actual podcast episode. But anyways, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that I'm trying something new. I almost didn't do this because I was afraid. There's so many things that come up for me. So many fears. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, even fear of success. And I think that's all normal. But I know that I won't get anywhere if I don't try. If I don't try something new, if I don't put myself out there and take a risk every once in a while. A lot of what I'm doing now is a risk. Starting my own business, pursuing it, I ended up quitting my job. It's not an easy choice and it's not the safest choice. Since I've made those decisions at the beginning of this year, my money's run out. And for the past few days, I've been doing odd jobs here and there, helping friends, helping family, even doing some DoorDash, because I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in the path that I'm following, and I believe that I'm meant to be exactly where I am right now. So because of that, I keep going every single day. I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be because I wake up every day. If my time was done and there's nothing left for me to do on this planet, in this world, for other people, I wouldn't be here anymore. God or the universe would just take me away and my life would be over. So every single day that I wake up, I see it as a blessing and I accept that blessing and I want to make the most of it. At the end of the day, I just want to help people. Whoever is here to listen, whoever I have the opportunity to talk to really spill my heart out to, I just want them to leave our conversation a little bit better than when they joined. Or as I often say, I just want to leave my corner of the world better than the way I found it. I'm not here to solve all the world's problems. I'm not here to solve any person's problems, not all of them. But if I could leave a relationship just a little bit better, if I can leave a place just a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, then it's a win in my books. It's a win. So that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm trying out. I have to test out a whole lot of different things, a lot of settings on my computer, making sure that this looks well. I already know for a fact that the stream is skipping a bunch, so I'll have to see how that looks in the recording, and if I upload the recording later, if it'll look better. So this is just a trial. Tomorrow I plan to do a different stream. This one is my podcast episode. I plan to take this episode and do what I normally do with the episodes. Tomorrow, I'm hosting my free mastermind. That's just a place that you can join a meeting and speak directly to me. We can chat, we can talk about what's going on, and I plan to live stream parts of it in the case that people don't show up for this first event. And it'll just be a long form podcast episode at that point. I'll just be there to speak, to share what I know. I know that at the start of this journey, there's not much going on. There is a lot of silence because the world is filled with media. There's a lot of noise out there. And as I learn how to navigate that noise and how to be more present in the eyes of other people, I know the most important thing for me to do is to be consistent and stay present. To do what I'm doing now, enjoy what I'm doing, have a good time, and when that time comes, the time comes. When people start arriving, they start arriving. I'm going to remember these days now. I'm going to remember my beginnings. And I'm really grateful that I'm recording my beginnings with the last 100 episodes that I've recorded for this podcast. I get a day-by-day snippet of what my life has been. And so the more I record, the more I get to keep track of, really. So now, what could I do for you? One of the things that's been an important reminder for me recently has been the importance of love and helping others. As I've been door dashing for a lot of today, I had one thing in mind that kept me going hour after hour. And it's this idea that I'm helping someone right now. There are people out there that need support, and I'm able to give that. Right now, it's by delivering food. One day it's going to be these meetings. Someday in the distant future, it'll be organizing events, seminars, trips, whatever it is. But the important thing is helping people now. I'm helping myself now by helping other people. I've always loved this line, to give is to get. I've always said, give a smile, get a smile. Or another way I would say it is, see a smile, give a smile. Meaning if I wanted to see a smile, I first had to give one. And that's very important to remember that if you need help, if there's something going on that you need support with, the best thing that you can do first is help and support someone else. Sometimes that's enough. The number of times that I've helped someone and ideas started flowing through my mind, solving my own problems, has been one of the greatest joys in my life. I don't know if that actually makes sense, because I lost my train of thought for a sec. But what I'm trying to say is, sometimes when I need help, I go out and help other people, because that's how I get some of my inspiration. That's how I get a lot of my inspiration, actually. I get a lot of my ideas, and I get a lot of my thoughts from just living my life. I rarely just sit down and think about what I want to create, what I want to do. Instead, I practice more doing, living, experiencing. As with the name of this podcast, it's all about experiencing love for me. So how often can I experience love as a state of being every day instead of fear? As I ask myself that question and I find the different ways that love shows up into my life, I also find that I'm more productive, I'm more kind, I'm more caring, I'm more generous, and I'm more supported. People are there for me. So I don't want to say it in a way that may sound selfish, but there's often times that giving to someone else gives to us even more. Now, maybe you need that as a reason for you to give to someone. And I totally get it, because that's how I was at first. Give so that you can get in return. And I would say that if you want to do that, it's totally fine. And the one thing I would preface, or I don't want to say warn, the word is slipping my mind, but the one thing I would recommend really is when you give to someone, don't expect to get anything from them in return. Do it unconditionally. You're just helping to help. I've found through years of doing this that the support that I get is indirect, and it comes from a whole different source. I could spend time just helping another person, and then all of a sudden, from a completely different person that I may have been thinking about, maybe I wasn't, they pop up out of nowhere in my life, sending me a message, sending me a call, and telling me, hey, Philip, I see you. Do you need any help with this? Or I had this idea. How can I help you with this? It's happened time and time again. So the big thing about giving is do it unconditionally. Do it for you. Brain stopped, and that's okay. I don't expect this to go completely smooth the first time around. As you may notice, I do look around a lot because that's how I gather my thoughts. And I'll also say I don't have a script anywhere. I don't even have talking points. Oftentimes I just show up and I just speak. Whatever comes to me, comes to me. So rarely are there scheduled themes or ideas. The earliest that I'll have an idea for a podcast is the morning of. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so it's about 11 p.m. right now. Depending on when I wake up, some of my ideas might be at most 12 hours old, right? So because of that, I sometimes reach a point earlier on where I have nothing else to say. Or I speak so much that I have to cut things out. I have to stop myself early. And I'll tell myself that I'll just speak about this tomorrow. And if I'll be honest, I hardly ever speak about it again tomorrow. Something new always comes up. And that's the joy of recording this podcast and showing up. Sometimes I have a crazy long session, or sometimes it's just a 5-minute episode. If you scroll through, whether you're on YouTube, if you check it out on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, you'll see. My episodes range from 5 minutes to 15 minutes, 16 minutes, at most 20. I don't even think I've hit 20. And that's because I speak until my heart tells me that there's nothing else left to say. This is all just an overview because I think there will be some people that find this video first. and they'll want to know what this is all about. This isn't the first time I've recorded. I've recorded videos before for Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and all that, and I've since stopped doing that. This was a while ago because I wasn't speaking from my heart, or speaking from my heart was difficult to fit in a 60 to 90 second format. So I love these formats of longer videos, longer streams now. I'll find my groove. I'll find my rhythm. Eventually, there'll be a large community around me. Because my goal in life is to build a community. I've looked for it everywhere. And after looking for years, I remember making the decision that if I wanted a community in my life, if I wanted a group of people in my life that I loved and cared about and were my best and favorite people, I had to create it. I could find people here and there, but truly, the best people are still in front of me. They're still ahead of me in time. I found that the more I do this work, the more that I prioritize myself, prioritize my growth, and I'm always learning, the quality of the people in my life have been improving. So as great as the people are right now in my life, and I love them to pieces, I know that the people still ahead of me are going to blow me away. So I'm excited to create that. I'm excited to put in the work, to meet you, and to enjoy life together. We're all on our one ride in this world. We're all on our one journey. It may be super short, 10, 20, 30 years, or it may be very long, 80, 90, 100 years. I have hopes and plans to live to 105. I believe that modern medicine is going in the direction that I can do that. And so I'm going to plan for it. And that being said, I don't expect to live 105 years. Instead, I plan for it and I live my life as if today may be my last day. As if I don't wake up tomorrow, will I have regretted my life so far? I don't. The challenges I face now are of my own doing. I accept that. And I encourage even more challenges to come. Because the more challenges I overcome, the stronger I become, the bigger I am, and the more I can help others. So for now, this is where I'm going to end this first stream. I have to review the footage and make sure to edit and post by midnight. And I want to play around with some settings and see if I can make this all look right. So for you, a little takeaway is that if you need some help today, if you need some help whenever you're watching this, go out there and find someone to help. And I promise you'll get the help that you need. I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful rest of your day, rest of your night. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Oh, one last thing. Remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you. Wait, that wasn't